Okay, Xander, we've got a lot of people that are coming to see us at the moment because they either are in self-isolation or their work is actually asking them to go home and work from home, or there's even some schools asking some students or even all of their students to stay home. And obviously one of the things they're doing when they're staying home is trying to work out how to get connected. So what sort of things can we do for those people? How can we help them out? Because COVID-19 is changing a lot of the landscape across the world, but remote connections, remote connectivity, that's a major part of it, and obviously something that we can help with.
Yeah, so obviously it's something that we've been doing for quite a while because NBN doesn't quite reach everywhere out here, so we're already pretty much experts as far as mobile data and the best way to get that to work in remote places, and looking at a little bit of extra data, a little bit of extra bandwidth, depending what you're actually doing from home. Telstra's been great. They've come to the market with adding an additional 25 gigs worth of data onto postpaid services, which is something that we can help out with.
So if someone's got that, so for example, if someone feels that they need a bit of extra data, and that's a temporary fix obviously,
yeah,
it's not
only 30
ongoing.
days. Yeah, so
right.
that's
and they can just come in and see us, and we can arrange that 25 gigs of extra data per service for that month.
Service,
yeah, which is a fantastic amount of data per
great,
service.
Yeah. It is really, really, really good. And also Telstra's also been very good and gracious and come to the party and dropped a bunch of discounts on some of the mobile data plans, which is amazing. So at the moment, just for example, you can get 10 gigs for $15 a month on a casual contract, no lock-in, so you can cancel it at any time.
Right, and so it's a data-specific plan, so $15 gives you 10 gigs.
Correct.
And at the other extreme, if you jump up to the higher-end plan, so the old plan used to be $75 for 100 gigs.
Yeah.
And so have they discounted that one as well?
Yeah, so there's a $15 discount for 12 months on that. Again, on a casual plan, so you can cancel at any time. Essentially, for while you need it, it's $60 a month for 100 gigs worth of data.
Yeah, right.
If you hit that 100 gigs, you're doing well. Don't get me wrong, it's doable, especially with Netflix and kids, but that will just slow down, and obviously we can look at multiple devices if that's something that somebody needs.
Okay, so that's good. And there's other plans in between those two. They're the two extremes
Absolutely,
we looked at there.
yeah.
So that's fantastic. The other thing is that you mentioned NBN, and obviously not everyone gets NBN. There's obviously satellite in some remote areas, but satellite, 35,786 kilometres is what a geostationary satellite sits at approximately, and that means there's big or a large amount of latency there.
Correct.
So a lot of people try and get some mobile internet rather than try and use something like NBN satellite. So that's something that you've seen a lot of as well.
Absolutely. Obviously, we have some sitting here between us. Something like your 4GX modem is a really good option if you're running an entire household off it. Really great connection and decent Wi-Fi range. Your 5G modem's sort of more built, I guess, for a town where 5G is, but it still gives you a really good 4GX service, so a very, very strong signal. Nighthawk M2 is a really great portable device, but we do still see farmers that use that, especially if they're across multiple sites. So 2 weeks they might be here, 2 weeks they might be somewhere else, so it's very easy to just pick that fella up and just go between. And then obviously we do have a prepaid 4G version as well. They're about $89 and they're great if you're only going to need to use it for a couple of months, say while you're locked in, and then cancel the contract after that and keep it in a drawer until you need it next time.
Yeah, right. And the top three devices there are all portable, they all have batteries with them.
Correct.
The bottom device needs to be plugged in.
Yeah, so that one's, I guess, a little bit more built if you're going to leave it plugged in all the time and that's your solution. Especially if you're locked in and working from home, they're definitely worth a conversation with us about and see what we can do.
Yeah, right. And so people that are at home that have got good NBN, Telstra has also come to the party for those permanent connections as well, haven't they?
Correct. Basically any NBN connection at the moment, if you're with Telstra, they're giving unlimited data for the next 30 days. So even if you're on a capped plan, so if you get to your data allowance and it slows down, that won't happen for the next 30 days across the board. And there's nothing that you actually need to do there.
Right, so it's automatic for
just
customers.
happen
They don't need to come and see us about that.
Which is great, yeah. So if you want to have a conversation with us, still feel free if you're in town. And we can see that you're on the best plan, but it's something that's just automatically being added, which is brilliant.
Yeah, right, great. So the last one is that we do have some clients that live in a range of remote areas and they might not be able to get even NBN fixed wireless, for example, and they're trying to use their mobiles, but sometimes in some of those circumstances the mobile reception isn't quite good enough. And I know we do sell a fair few of the Selfie booster device that boosts that signal. Again, if someone's just getting a small amount of signal, maybe 1 bar, or their internet's very slow, that booster can make a huge difference, can't it?
A Selfie stationary unit is a great thing. It gives you a directional antenna that points straight at the tower with very, very, very little installation. You can do the whole thing yourself. Yeah, so
right. And there's a rebate that some customers might be able to get with that at the moment. SafeWork New South Wales is offering $500 on those.
Yeah,
so that takes a fair chunk off the cost of those.
And have a conversation with us. We can walk you through the process to get that done. And yeah, we can make it as simple as possible for our customers because we've done it and we continue to do it, and that's what we do every day. So.
Yeah, and the COVID-19, it's a big issue across the world. Obviously, we're seeing it here, but again, as you said, we've got that experience. We've been open now more than 30 years. We've got a lot of experience with making sure we get solutions for clients. So if people do have issues around COVID-19 or any mobile data issues, any NBN issues, any issues related to communications, obviously come and see us, and we're more than willing to help them out in any way we can.
Absolutely. It's 100% not about just selling you something. It's about making sure that what you're going to get is going to actually help you out. So.
Great. Well, keep up the good work.
Thank you.